If your dreams don't scare you, then they're not big enough. But what if I told you most people don't even take the first step? Today, I'm going to show you how to make your vision real, no matter how big it is. Peace and love to one of them. It's a different type of video today. It's gonna be just a talking video. I'm gonna give you some inspiration. I'm gonna give you some tips, some step-by-steps on how to make your vision become real. But first off, I wanna say a little disclaimer, right? I'm not the biggest ever, right? I don't have everything figured out. I don't have everything that I want in life yet, right? But these are already steps that I've taken to make what I'm doing manifest. Like today, I got my clothing brand on. I got the Awakened Dreamers collection on, right? This collection, I actually have a concept to it. This collection is for visionaries, young visionaries who are chasing a dream. They might be working a 9 to 5, they might be doing regular things, but on their, like in the dark, right? You like Batman in the dark, you a superhero, you chasing dreams, you making things happen. But during the day, you gotta do what you gotta do to make your dreams come manifest, right? And that could be working a job that pays for whatever you're trying to do. But this collection will be coming out very soon. This is just something, exclusive for myself, you know what I'm saying? But there are other things that if you look on my Instagram, you can find. But what does it mean to dream big? When you're dreaming big, you have a goal in mind, right? You have something that you want to do that is so large that it scares you. Like, for example, for me, my dream with this brand is to eventually have my own like library, like my own resource center, my own place where everybody can gather together, gather knowledge, shape a community. And there will be teachers, there will be people to learn from, different connections that you can have. But if you think about it, that's gonna take a lot of effort. It's gonna take a lot of time. And that's what scares people. It's gonna take a lot of steps to get to where you wanna be. And that's what it means to dream big. And it's okay that it scares you because it's gonna bring you out of your comfort zone, or it's gonna make you do things that you've never done before. And that's my real life story. There might be other people that you know that have a very big dream, right? And when they tell you the dream, you might think that it's impossible. You might think that it's something that's absolutely crazy. And they might think the same thing. They may think that it's crazy too, but to them, that's real. It's a real reality for them, and they're working towards it, right? Just like you are. So if you know somebody that's like this, that has a very big dream, tag them down in the comments and let me know, and we can talk, and we can maybe sit down and have an interview or something like that, and we can work together and collaborate. That's what we're about over here. We collaborated, right? So today, I'm gonna give you actionable steps. And these steps that I'm gonna share with you are some steps that I've taken already, but these are also steps that I need to work on myself. And this is me teaching myself, but also teaching you as I go, right? So step 1, define your big vision. When you have a dream, you have to completely identify what you want to do, what you want the end goal to be, right? You have to have a full concept. And for visionaries, a lot of our things that we dream about, they are a vision. Like you literally can just see it. You can't really describe it, but you know it and you feel it, right? So for example, instead of saying, I want to start a business, say, I want to build a global brand that empowers young leaders, right? Do you see how that kind of extends the vision and makes it come together more, right? Step 2, reverse engineering the goal. So when you have a goal, as a visionary, we dream very big, right? And that makes us so tiresome because it makes it seem like we have so much to do and we want to get those big things done. But unfortunately, when we dream so big, it makes us not want to take those steps because it feels so tiresome, right? So a thing we could do is to chop those goals up into individual steps to make it easier on us. Instead of uh, making everything so long and making everything so bulky, you chop it up so then it's easier for us to take those steps to do. Okay? Step 3, start with what you have. I had troubles with this myself. I felt like I didn't have enough to do what I wanted to do. And there also might be other people that feel like that. But at the same time, you have to realize a lot of the things that we have, you could use. And we don't actually think about the resources and the connections that we have until we have nothing, right? And when we look on social media, we see a lot of people having things. We have a lot of material things. They have a lot of resources. But for you, you might not have all those resources. So start out with what you have. Start out with the people that you know. You know somebody has a computer. Ask them to use their computer to edit your videos and compensate them for letting them use your video, letting them edit your videos on their computer. Or if you're a filmmaker and you don't necessarily have an actual camera, start off with your phone. This is a resource that everybody should have, or everybody does have a phone. Start off with your phone camera. Step 4, build your circle. This is important, right? A lot of people have around them people that don't necessarily resonate with who they are. So when you're trying to build your dream and you're doing things to take those steps to build your dream, it's necessary for you to have people that share the same vision or actually have a vision for their life. And I want to think that when you have a vision for your life, it gives you a will to live. It gives you a will to do things, right? But when you don't have a vision, it makes you just wander and you're just walking, you're just doing whatever. But when you have a vision, it gives you a purpose to live. It gives you a purpose to do things, and it makes everything you do intentional, right? So when you have a circle that really is down for you, that really supports you, that really has a vision for their life too, they're going to understand everything that you're going through. They're going to understand all the emotions. They're going to understand all the different difficulties that you can go through, right? And I'm going to plug you real quick. For 20M, we have a community Discord. And this Discord is meant for young visionaries that also have a dream. And in there, we want to gather up resources. We want to gather up connections. So then when you go in the Discord, everybody has somewhere to go to find the resource that they need. They have everything they need to find a connection that they need to get to that next level. And then, like I said, it's important to have a group of people, a circle around you that can support you, that has resources, that has the intelligence to help you. And that's what this community Discord does. Step 5, take immediate action. I'm gonna tell you this right now, because this is something I had to learn big time, and I'm still learning. Every day is not promised. So take immediate action. Every day is not promised. When my twin nephews passed away, right, when I first started this brand, one thing that I realized was that everything happened so quick. Everything happened at the snap of a finger. You didn't have everything figured out. You didn't have everything planned, but you regret it because you didn't take the time or take the steps to do everything that you wanted to do with that loved one, if that makes sense. Because you figured that you had time, but you don't have the time that you think you have. Time goes by very fast. And I think 2024, 2025, and actually 2023, all them 3 years, I feel like 2022 and 2023 went by super fast, and 2024. And think about it, we already in 2025, bro. You give yourself, man, you made it to 2025. And this is the time to take the steps. Instead of saying, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it right now because I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. So when you lay your head on that pillow, make sure you got everything done that you said you was gonna get done today. For me, I got some game from Hollywood Shaq, right? I'm watching one of his TikTok live videos, and he told me, well, he told us that for him to get the stuff done that he has to get done in a day, he'll write it down in his notes and he'll write it as task, right? And he'll screenshot it and save it as his wallpaper. So when he looks and he opens up his phone every day, he sees the things that he has to get done. And then it makes him, it gives you like a connection to it, right? And then I also got some game from Nuri Muhammad, and he was saying that when you title the task that you have for the day, instead of saying task of the day or things I have to do today, make it more appealing to yourself, so then it makes you want to do it. So for me, I started to do what Hollywood Shaq said, and I screenshotted my notes and saved it as my wallpaper, except I titled it missions of the day. Because as a kid, you know what I'm saying, I gotta embrace my little kid in me. As a little kid, I wanted to be a spy. I wanted to be someone who went on missions and did extraordinary things, right? So for me, when I put as a title my missions of the day, it helps me to actually be attracted to doing those tasks because it makes it feel like I'm on a mission, right? So step 6, stay consistent and adjust. So a big thing and a big problem for me too is staying consistent with what you're doing, right? And you have to stay on track. Stay on track with what you're doing. So like set weekly goals and track your progress. So those tasks that I told you about when you screenshot your notes and save it as your wallpaper, keep those notes and track if you actually got those things done and see the progress that you made, right? And when you're doing it, stay consistent with what you're doing, right? It's hard to explain, but like you just have to do it. Like if you have a dream, if you have a vision for what you want to do, the only way to do it is to stay consistent. Build a habit of getting up in the morning, getting the first thing done, getting it out the way so you feel that accomplishment and it makes you want to do more. Step 7, last step. Keep expanding your vision. This is big. This is very big because you don't want to stay stagnant. The vision that you have, excuse me, the vision that you have, every month, ask yourself, how can I take this vision to the next level? So that dream and that vision that you have, instead of keeping that vision the same, find out ways that you can add to that vision. Come up with ideas that you can add to that vision to build on top of that vision that you have. Because then, shit, you run the world. You feel me? You just run the world. But also, it makes you feel good about yourself that you know that you can build on top of what you've already thought of, if that makes sense. So for example, if you started selling 10 shirts locally, the next step is to set up an online store. If you're creating videos, maybe it's time to collaborate with somebody, right? So instead of steady doing one thing, try different things out that you think you might like and things that you think might make your brand better, make your videos better, make your Instagram page better, right? Try different things out. It's okay to experiment. Everything in life is an experiment. Everything in life is an experiment, bro. When you first got your phone, you didn't know how to work your phone, but you went on there anyway and you started swiping around. You was finding different apps. You was finding different ways to make your camera look better, to make your photos look better, to make your apps more organized. You had to experiment with your phone because you didn't know how to do it and you didn't know what it was going to be like. Do the same thing with your life. Experiment with different things so then you can find out which way you can set up a system of the things that you think are the best way for you to do things. Step 7. So I hope that these steps that I've given you will help you to elevate to the next level for your vision and your dream. and drop your biggest dream in the comment below. And I know that some people don't like sharing their dreams that they have, right? And that's understandable. Some people take that for granted. But instead of, if you don't want to do that in the comments, share with me and everybody else the steps that you are taking to pursue your dream. And don't forget to join the community Discord to connect with other visionaries and build together and to connect together and to build a community of young visionaries. To end this video, I encourage you to write down the dreams that you have and share them with the people in your circle and let them know like what you have going on in your life. But I hope all the vision that you have work well. I hope you stay consistent. I hope you stay on the path. And don't forget to copy your merch at 20them.com. Peace and love.